Today is a gorgeous day. I looked at the calendar and it said 9/11. 9/11, 2001. We had this awful thing happening in New York with the two trade towers. And lots of people dying because they collapsed. And, you know, there were a lot of stories about how that happened. And it's difficult to believe the officer's story. Very difficult. What is a fact is that this started a campaign that against just everything Muslim. It was the Muslims from Saudi Arabia who had done it, etc., etc. It started a lot of wars. We had Afghanistan, then Iraq, Libya, Syria. Lately we have had Iran. And there are rumors. Some people say that this was a plan to destroy all these countries. What it also did was it turned USA into a real police state, controlling people, and this kind of thing has spread, unfortunately, also to Europe. Another thing is that it also started a lot of regime change in many countries. And one of them in Ukraine, and that ended up in the war we have today. And yeah, that war is very interesting because the war is lost. Ukraine has lost the war, Russia has won, but it's continuing because countries in EU are obsessed with keeping it going for some reason, all the while they are spoiling their own economy. So, that's the story. On a personal note, I had just been posted as the executive director for ABLE Asia Pacific. Arrived 29 December 1999. And when this happened, September 2001, I decided that we need to do something. And it really ended up with a lot of programs. My office was in Sydney. A lot of programs, social betterment programs in all over Asia. And the biggest and the best was I was asked in February, 6 months after 9/11, I was asked invited to come to Indonesia to talk with the Department of Prisons to start a program there. And we did. It was a very successful program. It's still running, and it spread to Pakistan and Taiwan and Thailand. And I work with some wonderful people, and it's still going there. I don't think in Thailand, but it's in Indonesia and in Taiwan and in Pakistan. It's still going. Another thing that happened was, that's very, very, for me it is very exciting, because I was actually in Thailand on a tour. From Indonesia, I went to Thailand, and I saw in a newspaper an article about Agent Orange, what it had done in Vietnam, and I actually didn't know a lot about that. I was very disturbed about there were 3 million or 4 million people who had been poisoned. So my organization had a program that could help these people. So a detox program, and I decided I wanted them to have this program. And to cut a very long story short, they got the program, and today they have many centers running the program, and some 20,000 veterans of what they call the American War in Vietnam have gone through the program, and their health is so much better. So when we were running the first one, it was wonderful to see how life came back. They had their pains went away. It was just wonderful. Those two, we had many other programs, but those 2 programs were the highlight. They're trying, these devils are trying to destroy the world. So this was my story about 9/11. Oh my God, what a life. Now, I am preparing for my trip to Moscow. I'll be going, oh look, this is so beautiful. Wow, look at that. I'm preparing to go in December. I've never been there in the winter. And of course, there might not even be snow, but if there is, that would be wonderful. They have the most wonderful, wonderful Christmas Christmas decorations. It is like truly winter wonderland. So I should make some videos about that, and now I have been listening to some very interesting videos about the history of Russia. how it came together, starting 862 with Rurik, or Rurik. He was a Viking, probably from Sweden, because Rurik is in Swedish is Rurik. I love to say that. And he was a good guy. So people there had a lot of trouble with, people, bad people coming in and, killing them and all these kind of things. So they asked him if he could be their chief. So he said, okay, or whatever. He did it. And that's how it started. Was to collect, and that was up in what is now Nizhny Novgorod. So 862, and then up to 1975. It's about 15 videos. And then I was watching another series about Peter the Great, who really was great. Oh my God. So, I shall be going to museums, that are more like historic museums, and see what they have there. And it's going to be very, very interesting. It will be different to be in Moscow in winter than it is in summer, for sure. But it is exciting. It's a challenge. And that is what I want. I want challenge. Yeah. It's so beautiful here. So that's what I'm working on, learning more history about people who I've just listened to a video about two doctors who were just exceptionally good people. Dr. Has, who was a very, very, very good doctor, and he ended up helping a lot of people in the prisons, in the prison system, and he was, as they say, he was bothersome. He wanted change. So in the end, they fired him, but he had money and he had an estate, and so he just continued using all the money he made in the estate to help people in prison. And the other one, he worked in another difficult setting in the military, and he really, I think his name is Pirogov, but I'll put it down here. And he modernized the medical system in the military and in the whole country. And he deserved a long mention, but he was fantastic. And I'll put the references down in the directions. So, well, here we are. I really enjoy walking here because it is almost no wind, and it's warm, but it's not hot. And it's just really, really Really, really nice. So yeah, it's perfect. The weather is perfect. I think it's about 21 degrees. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.